Get ready to head to the polls. Welcome to election season.
And the iPad 2 has arrived in Toronto. Humber News starts right now.
Hello, it's Friday, March 25th. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus. I'm Kristen Sampiris. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Jane Sponigal. Ahead on our show, we'll have all your news, sports, and entertainment highlights, as well as your 5-day weather forecast. But first, Kristen has our top story.
The House of Commons has just voted to defeat the Harper government. The Liberals, NDP, and Bloc votes outnumbered the Conservative MPs 156 to 145 votes. Prime Minister Stephen Harper adjourned the House and will ask the Governor-General to dissolve Parliament tomorrow. Earlier this morning, Liberal leader Michael Ignatieff introduced a motion of non-confidence that ended Canada's 40th Parliament just days after the Conservative proposed their budget. Ignatieff says his party lost confidence in the House because of the government's failure to provide cost estimates. He called the government out of control and out of touch. Canadians will likely be going to polls May 2nd or May 9th.
A 15-year-old Ontario girl who left her dead newborn baby in a hotel room in London, England, was found by Barrie police yesterday. Police discovered the baby last week in the hotel, where they believe the teen gave birth while on a school trip. The teen was taken to a Barrie hospital where she was examined and released. Police say the baby showed no obvious signs of trauma. However, the case is being investigated as a homicide.
A 20-year-old woman has died after being struck by a minivan in Toronto late last night. The incident took place at Shepherd Avenue near Murison Boulevard. The victim was taken to Sunnybrook Hospital, where she died. Toronto police say the minivan was heavily damaged, indicating the driver had been speeding. Police have not said whether the driver will face charges.
A protest campaign is underway in response to a Facebook page supporting a third Palestinian uprising on May 15th. That's the anniversary of the founding of Israel, but also a day Palestinians call a day of mourning. Organizers of the page refuse to identify themselves but say they've been bolstered by recent uprisings throughout the Middle East. So far, over 300,000 people have clicked to support the action. An Israeli cabinet minister has asked Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg to remove the page. Another campaign urges people to report the page as hate literature.
Apple's latest gadget is hitting the shelves. The iPad 2 will officially be on sale in Canada at 5 p.m. today. Humber News reporter Emily English has the details.
Hundreds of tech enthusiasts are lining mall hallways today, waiting to get their hands on the new iPad 2. Here at Sherway Gardens, Apple customers have been in line since early this morning.
I've been waiting for, over 5 hours. Yeah, 6:30 this morning.
Steve Reese says it's worth the wait.
The new one's got cameras front and back. It's a really thin form factor and it's a lot faster because it's a dual core.
But this tablet is not the only game in town. Next month, the iPad 2's major competitor, RIM's BlackBerry Playbook, will hit the shelves. But investors are not convinced that RIM can compete with Apple in the tablet market. Tablets are a fast-growing tech market. According to the 2011 Technology, Media, and Telecommunications predictions by Deloitte, this is the first year ever that tablets and smartphones will be outselling PCs. Judging by this line, these predictions will prove true. Emily English, Humber News.
Toronto's homeless community is reaching out to the homeless victims of Japan's earthquake and tsunami. Humber reporter Yuis Mutala has the details.
The Good Neighbors Club is a drop-in center for homeless men in Toronto. The club is a shelter from the bitter cold for these men, giving them a place to spend time with one another and encourage change. The television is always on here at the club, and when Japan's disaster hit, these men watched it unfold. Raymond Burgess was particularly saddened by this tragedy and began to raise money for relief efforts within the club. Burgess says about 50 club members donated whatever change they had on them for the victims of Japan.
A lot of members here have a heart, and when you see something like this, they don't mind helping out. It makes them, I think in a way it makes them feel better too. I know they can't afford much, but like I said, every little bit counts.
Stephen Pawlowski, who has been a member of the club for 2 years, also donated money for the cause.
the nuclear catastrophe that they're facing, on top of everything else, the earthquake and the tsunami, it's very devastating. And if I were in that situation, I would want somebody to throw a lifeline.
Ray says he donated because he knows how it feels to have nothing.
Compared to what we got, you know, they're unlucky that, you know, Mother Nature came and put a big dampness on their city.
Even though Japan is thousands of kilometers away, the effects of this tragedy are very close to home for these men. You can make a donation to the pool of money here at the Good Neighbors Club located on Jarvis Street between Dundas and Queen. Uwais Motala, Humber News.
Ontario is joining the world in marking the 5th annual Earth Hour by turning off all lights between 8:30 and 9:30 tomorrow evening. Here at Humber, classrooms and residences will turn off all non-essential lighting during the hour. In 2010, 1 in 7 people participated in Earth Hour worldwide. 10 million of those were Canadian. 560 megawatts were conserved in Ontario alone. That's 43 million light bulbs of energy.
When we come back, we'll have more news from around the country and the world. Miranda Anthistle will have the sports news, and we'll have your weather forecast with Kayla Card-Forbes.
It's Friday, sunny, and still cold. How much longer will we have to wait for spring weather? I'll let you know when we take a look at our 5-day weather forecast after the break.